Welcome to South Sound Seniors, a program for and about older adults in our community. Before we get started with the great events that are going to be coming up, I really want to thank folks here at Thurston County Media. Oh, I said it right. It used to be TCTV, and sometimes that gets stuck in my mind. But Thurston County Media, their staff and their volunteers are just wonderful, and they help public access television come to you so we can bring community events like we're going to talk about today. And without further ado, Scott Shangarth, welcome back.
Thank you, Eileen. It's great to be here.
All right. Well, you've been here and talked about bus buddies, inner city transit. I think for a while you talked about, you came with some volunteer chore project with Bus Buddy.
Yep.
But mostly in years past, you've been here to talk about Entertainment Explosion.
That's correct.
And how many years has Entertainment Explosion now been doing the big shoe?
Well, a really big shoe is now in its 13th year. We decided not to skip lucky or unlucky 13 and go to 14. And this will be the 13th time that we've done it. The first 11 times were with the members of Entertainment Explosion up on stage performing and doing fabulous. But last year we decided to go out in the lobby and warm people up, basically, so that we could go in and watch the show, and brought in the Brothers Ford to perform last year.
And I heard it was a great concert, almost a sellout.
Great. The place was packed, and I'm looking around thinking, well, you know, this is going so well. Maybe we could see if they'll come back again next year. And March 31st was the date that we had booked on the books, and it was available for them.
Wonderful.
And away we go. I mean, they just got back from Bangkok and Japan and just all over the world. But March 31st, they're going to be here. So I'm thrilled. I love going out there and watching the show. It's just, it's just great.
Yeah.
You know, so all the seniors in EE will be in there watching the show.
Well, you'll still be performing beforehand?
For an hour and 15 minutes. So starting at 12:30 in the afternoon, that door unlocks, we'll be singing in the lobby. And we've got everybody in EE performing, so it's great. And then at about quarter of, when everybody goes inside, Ron Christensen will be on stage, and he'll be performing, warming people up, getting them ready to go. And then Big John Willis will introduce the Brothers Four, and away we go.
Nice. And this time, I think you said that some of the EE folks will be on stage for...
Yeah, right before Act 1 ends, the Q ladies will be up there singing Turn, Turn, Turn. And they'll leave, and the men, the Smoothies, will come in, and they're going to sing Mountain Music, which is with a few instruments and so forth. And then they'll both come back on and sing the final song with the Brothers Four, which is If I Had a Hammer. Okay. And then they'll go to intermission. And at intermission, the Bus Buddy table will be set up, but also Ham and Cheese on Rye will be performing in the lobby. They'll be there after the show, too. And we'll be selling CDs, and the Brothers Four will be out there autographing, and it's just a real, it'll be a hoot.
It's a real community event.
Well, it is, and with having 800 people there, it was really, really great.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about why you do this, though, and that's really the other side of the story.
Yeah, you could sell it all on us or the Brothers Four, but there's another reason for it, and that's the homeless kids that we support. All the money we raise goes to the homeless and needy kids, and there's 2,212 known children in 8 local school districts, and there's 2,000 or 3,000 more that are served by community youth services. So in the first 12 years, we've now raised and given to these students through their homeless coordinators. So the coordinators decide what child needs shoes or clothes or food or whatever, but we've raised just over $307,000 in 12 years. So, which is mind-boggling when we go back to year 1 and thinking, gee, what should we do? And now we've got 307,000. So it'll be over 330,000 by the time this year's up.
Isn't that great?
And so the following month, I go out to each of the school district, the board meeting, and I hand them a check. Last year, we gave them each a $4,000 check.
Oh, wonderful.
And said, use it on the kids wherever you see fit. And then in this year's playbill on the back page, there's like 5 or 6 of the school districts that have a little reports on how they used the money that we gave them. So we did this and that, and shoes and clothes, and on and on.
Wonderful.
And so it's just really, really neat to be able to do that. You know, so everybody in EE is a senior. You know, in fact, we're all 13 years older than we were when we started.
Yeah.
So we go all the way up to age 90 now.
Wow.
Our music director is 90, and it's just old folks, senior folks helping kids.
That's awesome.
And so with the help of all of our sponsors and all the people that come, and and we've had sponsors that have been there for 13 years now.
Isn't that great?
So,
yeah. So it's a win-win-win.
It's a win for everybody, and
people
it's a
get
great
to
show,
entertain,
too.
and people get to be entertained, and
Yep.
it all helps
It's just fabulous.
kids.
And the Brothers Four are so good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not somebody singing the music of the Brothers Four, you know, or yeah, I used to know the one person who might have known somebody who was in the Brothers Four.
Yeah.
This is Bob Flick, who started it in 1959, and two of them joined the group in the 60s and one about 12 years ago. So they're just, the music, the sound is so good. So
That's
good.
wonderful.
So just fabulous. And one of the members has his own little nonprofit group, and he hand makes guitars. And so we have now given out 4 handmade guitars, with different kinds of wood and mahogany and all this kind of thing in there. And then he'll go to the school and present this to a child or a student that they have selected.
That's musical, but doesn't really
that
have
would never be able to afford their own.
That's wonderful.
So,
wow.
It just
You
makes
did
me feel
frosting
really
on the
good.
cake.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's still a lot of work. It's not as much work because I
Right.
don't have to get everybody ready to get on stage, but all the other details and everything else is still there. And it's fun. And then the day after, it's like,
Yeah, I'll bet.
you know,
Yeah.
time to collapse again. But,
Yeah.
we'd like to invite everybody who's watching this show to buy a ticket and come to the show.
Okay, it's at the Washington Center,
Washington Center, it's 2 o'clock on a Sunday, March the 31st.
March 31st.
And so there's free parking downtown. You'll be out of there by 5 o'clock.
But you encourage people to get their tickets beforehand because you almost sold out last
Yeah,
year.
we almost sold out. In fact, the bottom 2 levels were sold out. So we were buying, the nosebleed
So they
section.
just have to call or get online to the Washington
If they call
Center.
the Washington Center, it's 360-753-8586, or go to the box office at washingtoncenter.org and order your tickets now.
Right.
You got a much better chance of getting tickets that you like, and then show up and be there at 12:30, and you'll be entertained until 5 o'clock. I mean,
All right.
how can you beat that?
Can't beat it.
You cannot beat
And
it. So come on
your
out to the
ticket
show.
prices doing some good for
We
others.
kept the ticket prices same as last year, so they're $40 for the bottom 2 levels, $30 for the 3rd level, and $20 for the top level. And that's the total price. It's actually $37 plus 3 and $27 plus 3. But
Right.
So you'll pay $40, $30, or $20,
Yeah.
and have a great time.
Nice.
And you'll raise money for the kids. And
Yeah.
there's a lot in town about the homeless population, and they're all over the place. But you don't think about the homeless kids who are left behind too.
Right.
And this is an opportunity to help these kids who are sleeping in tents and cars and couch surfing and just need the extra help that this show will give them.
Right.
So I know one school district, Rochester, goes out last year and they bought 72 pairs of shoes and kept them there. So as the kids came in and needed them, they already had the shoes there.
Wow.
And they used the money that we gave them to do that. So
That's neat.
So it's fun.
Well, thank you for coming
Well,
to
we
tell us
appreciate
about
you.
it. And
Appreciate you having us
it's the end of March, so people have time to do it. But
March 31st.
encouraged
So,
to
but get the
get it
tickets
early.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
they're selling fast.
Yeah.
The
Great.
Brothers Four, they sell out all over the world.
Yeah.
So, and they're friends of mine, and it's just great to have them here.
Great. Well, thanks, Scott, and thanks for all you do to make this a reality.
Appreciate it, Eileen.
And thank all the folks in EE.
You betcha.
Okay. You take care.
Thanks.
We will be right back with another amazing event that's coming up, so please stay with us.